morning, evening, or night, everybody. I'm Jackson. In this video, I'm going to be going over 5 things you absolutely need to do before Splatoon 3 launches. Whether you're new to the series, a die-hard fan, or coming back after a hiatus or retirement, this video will have something for you. So let's get into 5 things that will make you have the best experience with Splatoon 3. Number 1, first things first. You want to obtain or renew your Nintendo Switch Online membership. This is obviously important as the majority of the fun of Splatoon comes from the online multiplayer. Depending on who you ask, of course. Now, to check the status of your Nintendo Switch Online membership, you can use the app in the Switch home menu, go through the eShop, or visit the website. You can also set up auto renewal for payments as well, so you never have your connection dropped in the middle of a play session. Also, if you're playing Splatoon 2 in preparation for Splatoon 3 and purchase the expansion pass, you get the Octo Expansion DLC for free, so that's a fantastic bonus if you somehow haven't played it already. Now, on to number 2. Get yourself an Ethernet adapter. Please get yourself an Ethernet adapter. Please. Now, like I said, online multiplayer is the place where the majority of the fun in the Splatoon series lies, and what ruins online fun more than lag and a bad connection. Most Ethernet adapters, including the official one from Nintendo's website, will run you around 20 to 30 USD, but if you're a cheapskate, I'm sure you can find something for $5 on eBay somewhere. But you want to be sure that you also have an Ethernet cable and access to your modem or router so, you can plug it in. This will ensure you have a better connection during gameplay, meaning you'll lag less and have better quality matches, and the people you play against, like me, will also have better quality experiences as well. Number 3, familiarize yourself with Splatoon. Now, whether you're completely new to the series or an old veteran coming out of retirement, you probably already know a little bit about the series, but there's always something more to learn. And the more you learn, the more you'll fall in love with the series. If you're really green, I'd recommend, before anything else, following the Splatoon Twitter, visiting the Splatoon website, and watching some of the trailers if you haven't already. This is the easiest way to get a grasp of the basics of the game from the jump without having to buy a single thing. But easily the best bet to get to know the series is to actually play Splatoon and Splatoon 2 if you have access to them. But if you're debating buying them before Splatoon 3, you can always check out my previous video on that topic right here. Another good idea is to subscribe and watch not only my, but every other great Splatoon YouTube channel and Twitch stream. There is a ton of content out there on the games that can help you get a grasp of the world you're going to jump into, from the competitive scene to casual gameplay to the art scene to speedrunning and much more. Splatoon has an insanely diverse community, so you'll always be able to find your niche relatively easily. For people that have already played the games and are looking for more, or for newcomers that are really tenacious and want to dive super deep, Splatoon also has a manga series, 2 art books, and a decent amount of developer interviews which shed some light on the characters, lore, environments, etc. that you can also tear through before Splatoon 3 releases. For actual gameplay though, Splatoon 3 will most likely have a Testfire demo where you can play and see how the game feels before you buy. I also have a video about when exactly that Testfire will probably be. Number 4, test your controller. This might seem like it isn't a big deal, but with how seemingly fragile some Joy-Cons and Pro Controllers are, you can never be too safe. They aren't made of glass, but it sure seems like some of them actually are. Splatoon as a series lends itself to being played for hundreds, if not thousands of hours, so you want to have a controller that works properly during all of that wonderful playtime and is able to hold up. So make sure you check your joysticks aren't drifting, your buttons aren't sticking, and you have no compatibility or syncing issues. If you do find an issue, however, Nintendo does have a page on their website set up specifically for Joy-Con repairs as well as other controller and hardware repairs, and if you really want to, you can even join the class action lawsuit against Nintendo for Joy-Con drift. You could also try some at-home remedies for Joy-Con drift or stuck sticks on your controller, like using compressed air or rubbing alcohol to clean or dust them, but beware that you can void the warranty on your controller if you decide to open it up or tamper with it. Regardless, making sure your controller or controllers of choice are working properly is especially important for Splatoon, as movement, positioning, and fast gameplay is important for your overall experience, so test your stuff. And finally, on to number 5. Think about how you will purchase the game. This may sound stupid, but I do have a point, so stick with me here. The Switch itself is not region locked, so it is possible to download a different version earlier than your time zone's scheduled release date. With Splatoon 2, I definitely saw a lot of people using the Australian or Japanese eShops to get the game early just so they could play and test stuff. If you are one of those people, make sure you have the funds preloaded onto your Switch and the correct version selected, as the eShop is notorious for being a little slow when big games or updates release. If you are more of a physical game release person like myself, make sure you've got a pre-order ready, the right shipping information entered, or a solid pickup location where you can get the game relatively easily. Splatoon 1 and 2 also had some pre-order bonuses from various retailers, so if you're a collector or just an avid fan, keep an eye out for those in the coming months. I do know that GameStop had a free sticker set, and Walmart has an Inkling Squid plush as pre-order bonuses for Splatoon 3 as of the release of this video. But wherever and however you decide to buy, do the research and planning now so you can enjoy the game without any headaches later. Oh, and one final thing you need to do before Splatoon 3 launches: subscribe to me right now. Please. And ring the bell. Please. I'm going to be producing a ton of content about Splatoon 3, covering everything from full game walkthroughs and competitive gameplay to lore discussions, glitches, exploits, update comparisons, and much, much more. So if you got the itch for Splatoon 3 like I do, please obliterate that like button and demolish subscribe. And as always, I'm Jext. Have a good one.